Building a medical terminology foundation. Medical terminology is a language that is used in healthcare settings. Medical terms are built from Greek and Latin word parts and in addition include acronyms, eponyms, and modern-day language terms. Learning a new language can be a daunting task. In this resource, we offer a method for breaking down medical words that takes that daunting task and makes it manageable. What is required from you is a commitment to memorizing the word parts, learning the rules, and identifying the rebels. Once you meet that commitment, you can be shown how to apply the rules to the word parts you have memorized. As you memorize the language components of medical terminology, it is important to support that learning with the context of anatomy and physiology. Consider where in the body the medical term is referencing and then how it works within the body. This will build a medical terminology foundation that you can continue to grow in future healthcare courses. Identifying word parts in medical terms. Word parts. Medical terms are built from word parts. Those word parts are prefix, word root, suffix, and combining form vowel. When a word root is combined with a combining form vowel, the word part is referred to as a combining form. Identifying word parts in medical terms. By the end of this research, you will have identified hundreds of word parts within medical terms. Some common medical terms that many non-medically trained people may be familiar with. One example is osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis means inflammation of bone and joint. Osteo is a combining form that means bone. Arthro is a combining form that means joint. Itis is a suffix that means inflammation. Intravenous. Intravenous, pertaining to within a vein. Intra is a prefix that means within. Veno is a combining form that means vein. Ous, us, is a suffix that means pertaining to. Notice when breaking down words that you place slashes between word parts and a slash on each side of a combining form vowel. Language rules are a good place to start when building a medical terminology foundation. Many medical terms are built from word parts and can be translated literally. At first, literal translations sound awkward. Once you build a medical vocabulary and become proficient at using it, the awkwardness will slip away. For example, suffixes will no longer be stated and will be assumed. The definition of intravenous then becomes within the vein. Since you are at the beginning of building your medical terminology foundation, stay literal when applicable. It should be noted that as with all language rules, there are always exceptions, and we refer to those as rebels. So let's begin by analyzing the language rules for medical terminology. Medical language rules. Before we begin by analyzing the rules, let's complete a short language review that will assist with pronunciation and spelling. The short vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Long vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and are indicated by uppercase. Consonants are all of the other letters in the alphabet. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, and Z. Language rules for building medical terms. When combining two combining forms, you keep the combining form vowel. When combining a combining form with a suffix that begins with a consonant, you keep the combining form vowel. Examples: gastroenterology is the study of the stomach and the intestines. Following Rule 1, when we join combining form gastro, meaning stomach, with the combining form entero, meaning intestines, we keep the combining form vowel O. Following Rule 2, when we join the combining form entero, meaning intestines, with the suffix ology that starts with a suffix and means the study of, we keep the combining form vowel O. When combining a combining form with a suffix that begins with a vowel, you drop the combining form vowel. A prefix goes at the beginning of the word and no combining form vowel is used. Intravenous, pertaining to the vein. When defining a medical word, start with the suffix first and then work left to right, stating the word parts. You may need to add filler words. As long as the filler word does not change the meaning of the word, you may use it for the purpose of building a medical vocabulary. Once you start to apply the word in the context of a sentence, it will be easier to decide which filler words to choose. Prefix. Prefixes are located at the beginning of a medical term. The prefix alters the meaning of the medical term. It is important to spell and pronounce prefixes correctly. Many prefixes that you find in medical terms are common to English language prefixes. A good technique to help with memorization is the following. Start by reviewing the most common prefixes. Consider common English language words that begin with the same prefixes. Compare them to the examples of use in medical terms. Suffix. Suffixes are word parts that are located at the end of words. Suffixes can alter the meaning of medical terms. It is important to spell and pronounce suffixes correctly. These suffixes are medical terms are common in English language suffixes. Suffixes are not always explicitly stated in the definition of a word. It is common that suffixes will not be explicitly stated when defining a medical term in the workplace. However, when transcribing or reading medical reports, the suffix is always clearly written. In order to properly spell and pronounce medical terms, it is helpful to learn suffixes. As you memorize the language components of medical terminology, it is important to support that learning within the context of anatomy and physiology. Anatomy focuses on structure and physiology focuses on function. Much of the study of physiology centers on the body's tendencies towards homeostasis. Consider the structures of the body in terms of fundamental levels of organization that increase in complexity: subatomic particles, atoms, molecules, organelles, cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, organisms, and biosphere. The levels of organization. All matter in the universe is composed of one or more unique pure substances called elements. Familiar examples are hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, calcium, and iron.